All right, beautiful people. Welcome back to another amazing and impactful episode of the True Health Forever podcast, where we try to live our best life through the lens of holistic health. Can't stop, won't stop. I'm your host, Devon Truvel, creator of Black Wall Street, the board game. And as usual, I have with me the smiling, the royal, the intelligent, the creative, the beautiful Z5B. Happy Founders Day herself. Please introduce yourself.
What's up, party people? My name is Sinclair, aka
The
Health Nerd. And excited to be here on this lovely Founders Day. By the time this comes out, it'll be past Founders Day. But regardless, happy belated Founders Day to all my sorors out there. Bye.
Shout out to the sorors.
Yes.
So few disclaimers. First disclaimer, as you can see, I'm going through some hair transitions. I'm actually beginning my lock process. The guest that we have on, I want to talk to you about your lock process in a second, but literally the hairstylist is in the other room, just taking a lunch break. I'm in the middle of locking. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a while, but that's why I have the hat on, so you'll see a little bit of straggly hair. But secondly, that's also why my brain's not functioning at 100%, because like when I get my head rubbed and I get my head, like, it's so relaxing. I'm just like, I'm having an out of body experience, but I have to be here in my body, so it's hard to talk right now. So if I mumble my words, that's what's going on. But Queen, weekly check-in. How was this second week of 2021 for you?
This week was good. It was a productive week. I feel like the first week kind of coming back. I think on the last podcast I mentioned it was on my first full week of work since like the first week of December. So it was a little bit like getting back into the groove, a little bit stressful, but this week was much better. I feel like I'm more officially back into the groove and like getting back on my grind heavy in terms of like, all right, kind of getting my schedule together. What am I working on what days, and getting my social media posts consistent, which if you know me, it's such a hard thing for me to be consistent on social media. I'm not like super big on social media, but we do use it for business purposes. So I've definitely been on myself about, get ahead of time, get all my posts ready to go, get my verbiage ready to go so I can just press post, whatever. But yeah, it's been overall a really good, productive week.
Daniel Fast update.
Continuing to drop these pounds. At this point, I think, although I did go, it's always like up and down each day, but overall I'm like 12 pounds down in 2 weeks, which is crazy. I didn't even know I did not expect to lose weight that fast, but I'm not mad at it either. But I feel like it has a lot to do with the fact that we're already, it's eating like super clean. Right. So we talked about what the Daniel fast is, but it's no animal products. It's no processed food, no wheat flour, anything like that. So it is super clean. But on top of that, we already have been practicing and have adopted intermittent fasting into our life. So I feel like on top of that, our first meal usually isn't until noon, and it's usually a smoothie, or like today it's going to be a protein style veggie burger. So I feel like it's like the Daniel fast plus intermittent fasting is like significantly, dropping these pounds. So I'm not mad at it.
Agreed. 8 pounds down, started at 217, now at 209, hoping to go down a few more pounds. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We in here. Solid 209. Bye-bye. Let's see what else. My week was also very productive for like the energy level that I've had because of the clean eating, been able to get a lot more stuff done. Also semi-stressed because there has been a lot of stuff done, and now that I feel like I have the energy to do it, I'm like, oh, I should be doing everything. Not the case. I still need to rest. I still need to slow down. So today's going to be a restful day.
Good job.
Thank you. It's very
he doesn't rest. He's a workaholic, so I would have to congratulate him and really just say good job for taking a day to like chill.
Yeah, you got to. But we have had the amazing privilege and opportunity of investing in real estate in this lovely castle that we have right now. We did an under construction like retreat, and like the metaphor that we did was like you building up your castle, you building up your home. But we wanted to, maybe stop talking about metaphors so much and bring someone on here who can be like, hey, this is how you buy a house, this is how you buy your castle, whether it's a real castle or a metaphoric castle. But this is how you buy and invest in real estate. So we have a good person on here, someone we went to college with, Darius Graham, who is a real estate agent out in the greater Sacramento area. But no matter where you are, like you can take these nuggets of knowledge on how to start. So we're going to get into that. Are you ready?
I'm ready because, buying real estate, investing in real estate, that's definitely a big part in financial health and building economic wealth and generational wealth. So I'm excited. Let's do this.
Let's do it. All right. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. All right, man. Long time coming, Darius. Welcome to the TH4 podcast. Thanks for coming, bro.
Man, appreciate you guys having me. It's like you said, it's a long time coming. I'm definitely a fan of everything you guys are doing. Keep inspiring people like myself, the younger generation, and just Black people and people in general, man. I'm definitely, I look up to you guys and what you guys are doing for sure.
Thank you.
That's love. We accept that. We receive that. Thank you. Can you talk to us about how you just like found the professional path of real estate and teaching people? Because what I like about yours is you actually like on the gram, like you're teaching
educating
people too.
Yeah.
Right? Not a lot of real estate people do that extra step. So can you just talk about like what motivated you to just get into the real estate business, but more so like why are you educating folks?
Yeah, most definitely. I think I think a lot of people, especially, in college and things like that, of me as, I played basketball, didn't really know much about anything outside of that. Right. And, although I do love basketball, I've actually been around real estate for most of my life. Right. My mother, who is my mentor in this, she's a realtor for 20 years in the business. So not only just to, give her flowers in the Sacramento area, she is one of the top, if not the top. She has in her 20 years over 850 transactions. She's like the Jordan. She knows real estate through and through. And more importantly, she's super passionate about it. Right. So just going around with her to go and show clients properties, seeing different houses, that's on one scale. Right. But also, I've been fortunate enough and blessed enough, right, that my parents as well have invested in real estate. They own their home. Nice. I've been a part of that process for a long time. So legit, I was probably in elementary school and I would go to rec league basketball games. And after the basketball game, we would drive to one of their rental properties and I would literally be getting like cash money put in my hands, rent and stuff. So just being exposed to that, right, and being exposed to just what real estate can do for you, how significant it is. And essentially, it just put the mindset in me from a young age that, right, I want to own real estate. I want to be invested into that. I had that knowledge from a young age. So when I, got out of college and, as I continued to pursue a professional basketball career, but I also said, let me get my real estate license just to in and around that, build that up, because eventually the game of basketball is going to stop and I want to be able to transition smoothly. So with that, I was like, hey, what's going to be my why, my purpose into this, right? So I understood from a very young age that I was fortunate enough to be in a household where, like I said, my parents owned their home. They had investment properties, not only in Sacramento, but around the nation and stuff. And I seen the benefits of having a passive income come in, having mailbox money get sent to your house,
Talk
and
about
being
that
able to have
money. Yes.
Yeah, no, for sure. Shout out Nip, man. Shout out Nipsey Hussle. But just being able to have that and seeing the freedom that they had, right? my parents have been to literally, I think they can count on one hand how many basketball games they missed in my life, right? And that includes in elementary school, middle school, high school, and college, right? So that's trips to and from LA every weekend. That's trips to Hawaii. We took tours outside the country. And my parents were able to get up and go whenever they wanted to. And that's simply because, they had income coming in that they didn't have to worry about paying their mortgage. They didn't have to worry about just the struggles, right, of having to physically generate money, right? Their money was coming in. It allows my mother to do real estate out of pure love, right? And not having to sell a house, which then, the savings of that go into the clients because we're not trying to sell homes. We're trying to inform and get them into the best situation. My father has been retired. He was a retired correctional officer. He retired when I was in I want to say the second or grade, and did not have to go back to work, did not have to bring in another income because of, again, that mailbox money and stuff. So like you said, my page is informational because it's not to sell. It's to, again, put that spark in the people, specifically Black people, because a lot of people don't think that they can get into real estate, don't think that they could buy a home, only think to rent. And although that's a good option, I want people, when they do get income, to start having the mindset like, oh no, I'm getting this income to buy a house. I can buy it. I'm going to go towards that trajectory. So that's pretty much the purpose that I go about it with.
Love it. Love the vibe. Definitely the frequency that we're on. And you were talking about the mailbox money and the passive income. I know folks are listening like, all right, well, how can I get there? Like, what do I need to do? So can we rewind a little bit? And if you're a first-time home buyer, right, and I'm coming to you for either education or for you to be my real estate agent, what are some things I should probably just have lined up, whether it's a certain minimum credit score, whether it's a certain amount in the bank, just education wise, like what are some of those like just basic steps that you would help folks go through as a first time home buyer?
Yeah. So I think, well, first of all, I'll say thanks for coming, right? The first thing that you should do, especially if you have no type of direction of where to go, is to contact a trusted realtor, right? I always say that your realtor is like your point guard, they're your quarterback into what you have to do. They can ask your specific situation, right? Because everybody's situation is different, and then be able to lead you in a direction, right? Generally, right, in terms of like just first things that you have to have in your like a ducks in a row, your credit, right? A lot of people they don't understand the significance of credit, the significance of how much the higher your credit, the more buying power that you have. So I would say, especially in this time, the goal that you want to have is probably about like a 640 minimum, right? 620 to 640 minimum, and that could get you into some programs, right? But obviously, the higher your credit score, the lower your interest rate that you can get, the more buying power that you have. In terms of money saved, I can't necessarily give you a round ball number of how much money you should save, but what I will say, right, is mindset, and that's one thing that I talk about in terms of with people. If you want to get into real estate, you have to change your lifestyle. You have to have a mindset in order to go about it. It takes a certain type of discipline. So it's not necessarily how much should I save, it's get in the habit of just saving to save, because right, the market shifts, things happen. Houses right now are very are at the top of the market. Things will eventually change, and you just want to be able to be ready for that opportunity, right? Just for like food for thought, and like a reference, right? Um, and I'll get back to this a little bit later as well, but it's not a lot of money. You have $4,000, $5,000 saved up in your savings account that could potentially get you into a situation, right? Now, obviously, the more that you have, the more that you could put down, the more that you can probably get on a larger house, more expensive house and things like that. But you could get into situations with as little as 4 to 5 thousand, sometimes even less, and I'll get to that a little bit more. But first thing, like I said, contact your realtor. They'll put you in the direction. Let's say that you are ex-military and you want to get into a home. From there, I'll look at that and I'll say, okay, I'll put you in contact with a lender that specializes in VA loans, which are specific towards people that are in the military. Let's say that you come to me and you say, Darius, I don't have a 620 credit score, 640 credit score quite yet, but I'm looking to get into that. I could put you in the direction of a lender who specializes in getting people right, and has good credit repair companies that they can refer to. So again, everybody's situation is like a fingerprint. It's different, but like I said, when you come to me, I could direct you into that. And then the other thing is, understand that this is a long-term situation, right? What my mom and I always say, it doesn't matter if you're looking to buy in the next 3 months or the next 3 years, right? That process needs to start. So if you can start as soon as possible, we could then get you into this situation maybe 6 months from now to be like, okay, I'm gonna have my savings, I have my credit right, and I'm ready to get into a house, right? You don't want to go blindly. You want to have a game plan as to what you got to do.